Hello, fundraising team. So we had a meeting last night on Zoom. Stephanie Sabotke, I think I'm saying that correctly, and I met. We were the two that were in attendance, and we came up with some fabulous ideas. So a lot of these ideas came, or I should say, are inspired by Brush Prairie Baptist Church's Christmas Jazz. So if any of you have been to that event, you will understand where I'm getting all of these great ideas from. By the way, their Christmas Jazz is happening this year on December 1st. If you're interested on attending, it might be good for you to attend so that you can get a feel for where I'm going with our fundraiser. Stephanie and I went ahead and brainstormed through my ideas, and she had some fabulous ideas to add to the mix. So I sent you, along with this video, some meeting minutes. So I had my agenda, and then anything written in blue is what we came up with together last night. But I'm going to go through it as well so that you can hopefully catch the vision. So my vision for this fundraiser that is happening on February 10th is a jazz and dessert night. So Evan Irwin is the music pastor at Brush Prairie. He's also a professional jazz musician. He plays the trumpet. He is going to put together a jazz band for us with some wonderful music. I've also requested a few pianists that I know, Colleen Adent and Christy Moore. They both happen to be friends of mine. They are professional pianists, and I'm asking them to play as well. I haven't heard back from them yet. So we have some great professional music along with some delicious desserts. So also, there will be some speaking happening. So Kathleen and I will cast a vision about Hope Learning Center, what our vision is, and also why we need to have fundraising, what the fundraising monies will go towards, that sort of thing. We also will have a promotional video. We are working on getting that made. So we will talk about what HLC offers as far as quality education, academic classes, and also a sense of community. We will have some current students speak. We thought that we would find some alumni to speak, to share, how they benefited from the Learning Center, and the current students will, of course, be sharing what, the current benefits are for them. So we thought we would include that promo video, or the promo video would be a part of a sort of a save the date option as well. So the desserts, we want to offer some gluten-free and dairy-free options. And I thought it would be great to have a baking team so that all of the desserts, we have like maybe 3 or 4 choices rather than a mishmash potluck style. I thought we could choose a few recipes, have people donate ingredients, or we can purchase the ingredients, have a baking team do it either at Bethel using their kitchen or maybe somebody's home. But I thought that we would make all of the desserts ahead of time. We can have, hot drinks, coffee, tea, maybe cider, whatever we decide. We thought it would be nice to have some small snacks on the tables as well, nuts, mints, crackers, things like that. The decor, since it's February 10th, we thought it would be fun to have a Valentine's theme. And Stephanie had some really good ideas, kind of the black and white. I was thinking of having students as servers and, them wearing black and white. That's kind of a nice, traditional server uniform. But even for the decorating, kind of black and white, maybe cut out music notes on the tablecloths. I have white tablecloths available, a whole bunch of them. But maybe we can do black and white with some red accent since it is February and Valentine's. We thought simple but elegant would be really nice. And we can even come up with, simple desserts, but present them in an elegant way. We want to have a raffle. I believe I've been advised that a raffle is better than a silent auction, but we can discuss that as a fundraising team. But we need to gather stuff from local businesses to create these baskets for the raffle or silent auction, whatever we decide is better. But one of the ideas that we came up with last night is to have a little competition between some of the classes. So we thought it would be great to ask each class to come up with a raffle basket. We might need to combine some of the classes because some of our classes are very small this year. only 5 or 6 students in some of them. So we can make some groupings of students to put together a basket for the auction. And we can even make it a little competitive, like, whatever basket has the most value, is the most creative, things like that, to create a little competition and really get them into it, to not only gather wonderful items for our auction or our raffle, but also to create a sense of community at the Learning Center among the students. Also, a great idea, Stephanie. A lot of these great ideas were from Stephanie. I certainly appreciated her input. Um, the night of the event, so we're going to have students as servers, but she suggested even having students going around to the tables offering to sell raffle tickets, because it's more difficult to say no to a kid than it is just to some adult selling raffle tickets. So I thought that was a brilliant idea. Also, we need to think about, who are we inviting to this event? Okay, so of course our families are invited to this event, but our families aren't necessarily the people that have extra money to contribute to our cause. So I'm thinking political leaders, conservative groups, pastors, anybody you can think of that would support what we are doing at HLC. Many people are very disillusioned with what's going on in the public schools. So they would be happy to support an organization like Hope Learning Center. So be thinking about who we can invite, and I want to make some nice invitations of some kind, and we'll have that promotional video that we're going to get made so that we can do a save the date, but really cast the vision. And I'll get into vision a little bit more later, but basically our rationale for fundraising is to get our teacher salaries where they really should be, so that we can retain the high quality teachers that we have. We would love to eventually have a scholarship fund, although I don't know that that's going to be our main focus this time. Teacher salaries is going to be one of the biggest things, because we have small classes and we currently pay our teachers per student. But I would rather be able to pay them a flat rate, whether or not they have 18 students in their class or 5, because they still give, about the same amount of time. So that's going to be one of our main reasons. But I will be coming up with a very solid rationale for why we need to do fundraising. So we do need to get those invites out. We need to get people there who will be able to support us financially, because that's the main goal of a fundraiser, is to raise funds for our nonprofit organization. Ticket prices, it was discussed that perhaps it's better to have a little bit of a lower ticket price to get them there, and then they can spend money on the raffle tickets. So, I don't know what that's going to be yet, to be honest. We are going to need to come up with that as a team. I'm asking other people what they think a reasonable rate would be. Since it's looking like we're going to be having it at Bethel, we won't have a cost for the venue, which is huge. They are removing the pews in the sanctuary, so we will be able to set up tables and chairs in there for our event. Another awesome idea, back to the raffles. I loved this idea from Stephanie. She was saying that it could work not only to have items in the raffle baskets, but she recently was involved in a fundraiser where they had an event as something to be raffled off. For example, somebody has a pool in their yard, and so for what they raffled off was a pool party. So with the food and the games and all of that. So they, for like 15 kids or something like that. So they raffled off a pool party, or somebody could do a hiking venture, or if they have a volleyball court, they could host a party at their house, their 2-acre property, and host a volleyball party or something like that. I thought that was a brilliant and very creative idea. And Stephanie also suggested having some lower ticket items along with the higher ticket items to kind of create some interest there as well. Also, we did talk about how at some of these events, people will purchase an entire table, and then that way, they host the table, and then they are responsible for selling the rest of the tickets at that table. So that's something that we can do as well. And then just general organization. We need to be very organized in this whole thing. So we're going to need a setup crew. We're going to need a cleanup crew. We're going to want a decorating crew. We want to split it up so that not any one person is doing all of that. And we will have some awesome checklists so people know where things go, what needs to be done, before the event, during the event, and after the event. So with clear expectations, good checklists, and things like that. So I'm very excited about this fundraiser, and I'm looking forward to seeing how it's all going to play out. So these were the ideas that we brainstormed. I would like to be able to have a meeting, probably an in-person meeting very soon so that we can start delegating and start working on this. February 10th is not that far away, and this is a big event, and I want it to be a great success. So please be thinking of a time that works for you to meet. I know it's very difficult to get everybody's calendars on the same page. I am willing to meet during the day. I just figured evening was better after maybe a spouse is home, or if but anyway, we can discuss some meeting times that would be good. I'm going to be walking with you throughout this whole fundraiser. I'm going to be all hands on deck here. I will be involved in this particular event. I did want to mention that we do plan to do the Cinco de Mayo dance again. For those of you that were with us last year, you remember that we had a very successful fundraiser there. I don't plan on having you do the raffle items at that event. We're just going to stick to the dance because it's very successful, since Amy Brown has such a following and she's willing to just call the dance at her nominal fee, and then the rest of the admission comes straight to Hope Learning Center. So it's honestly a pretty easy fundraiser and very fun. Also to mention just kind of our audience, I did touch on this a little bit, that our audience is going to be people in the community who want to support what we are doing. This isn't an event per se for Hope Learning Center families. We do hope to have some events for our families, like possibly a game night. We are having a Christmas party coming up because we really do want to start creating more community, especially we are at our new location, Bethel Community Church, which lends itself to that much more than our previous location. So we are excited for some of those activities as well. But this is drawing other people in who will support Hope Learning Center. So I hope that you can catch my vision. I'm open for any questions. I'll do my best to answer them. I look forward to working with you on this exciting event, and we will meet soon. But anyway, there you go. Kind of a digest of what we went over last night. I hope you take care and have a wonderful weekend. It happens to be a beautiful day this Thursday, and hope you get outside and enjoy some sun. Take care. Bye.